Hey guys, welcome to another Jinli Plays MapleStory 2, and if you hear any noise in the background, my roommates are streaming, actually both of them. So there might be a little bit of background noise, hope you don't mind. I'm gonna be adding a bunch of clips from over the course of a few days that I've been playing so far. The main reason why I haven't made as much progress as you guys might expect a hardcore player to do is mostly just because I had to deal with quite a few problems with my real life. I ended up taking a pretty huge loss in the stock market. And that basically ruined my day. And also, I have been doing dungeon grinding, and is it just me, or did they severely nerf the drop rate for epic equips? They're white bag levels of rare. It's insane. I got super lucky, right? And I got Kavan's wings, and then after that I got absolutely nothing for the next 30 runs, and I'm seeing people who get 2 drops every 30 runs, and I'm wondering what the hell's going on. But apart from that, overall my experience on MS2 has been so far doing pretty good. There's not much to enjoy at the moment because we're waiting for the October 10th when they're going to release the level cap to level 60, the Rune Blader, and all that good stuff. And I understand that even though the daily limit is 10 and the weekly limit is 30, you can play on multiple characters and do the runs on them. But the reason why I don't want to do that is because I don't want to burn myself out that much. I still do want to be one of the top players in the game, but I don't want to end up having to sacrifice all of my free time and energy to do that. But needless to say, I'm still trying to get my things done. I do have plans to get other characters up to level 50. You want to make more alts just to make it easier for you to, or just to get you more attempts in dungeons. And that, it's pretty practical, of course. But you have to go through the 6 to 8 hour grind to get the character all the way up to level 50, which I don't know if it's easier the second time around. I'm gonna have to figure that out in the future. But for the time being, I'm choosing not to do that. That aside, in terms of the guild, I've been inviting a couple players that have been applying. If you haven't received a response from me, that's either because I didn't get to you yet or because I declined your response. But don't worry, in the future, if I ever do open my guild up for more applications, you can feel free to apply again. If you applied only once, please do not apply again, because if you apply again, I'm going to take that as spam. Just be patient. The application form didn't really say anything about you guys as people, so I'm kind of spitballing here and seeing who's going to be I guess an enjoyable contribution to the guild. I probably should have added a note why do you want to join my guild and the whatnot, just so I can get kind of an idea of your personality or what your goal is in MS2. But please do not take it personally if I don't accept you into the guild. Currently we have about 45 applicants, and that's a lot of people, and I don't know if I want to add everybody. And there's still more people who are applying. Once again, if you do want to join Noctis, feel free to apply. There's going to be a Google form in the description below. But yeah, just want to get that out of the way because some people have been asking me if the applications were still open. They are, and it's going to take a while for me to get more people into the guild. I just want to make sure that my friends get in first. Back to the progress though, I keep deviating from that. I didn't really make too much, however, I have started finding ways to make easy Meso in this game, and I've also been trying to sell gear that I get from bosses. It's actually pretty easy to make sustainable income in this game, not nearly as fast as you would MapleStory 1, but they've wasted no time making the Meso botters already. There's people who are already chat spamming for, Meso 1 mil for $5, which is not worth it. I don't care what you guys say. Yeah, even for me, I'm a pay-to-win player, that is not worth it. You can get 1 mil easily in a day. Or maybe 2 or 3 mil in a day if you really try. I still have yet to get an epic weapon. Now, I have been able to get an epic cape, and I did purchase an epic hat. Now, the other item that I'm looking for is an epic armor piece, because that gives you the highest gear score. And my gear score currently at the time being, if I were to check right now, I believe it is about 1847, so I'm not too far off from Fire Dragon. I just need to get either an epic overall or epic weapons. I'm trying to save up for that. I have at the moment only 3.2 mil, but I've been trying to do dailies every day, and I've been trying to do as much of the dungeons as possible. I don't have an alt, so I might actually make one, because I think the method that you get from questing as well as doing dungeons on multiple alt characters to get more Meso and more items, and doing dungeons on alts and getting multiple items will increase not only will increase your Meso game, but it will also give you more chances to get epic gear. I do understand that, but that would require playing 9-10 hours a day, and I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm very slowly and consistently making money. I'm also trying to explore more of the game. I haven't worked on my house yet, because like I said, I just want to get more progress done first before I work on the house. I do plan to play a decent amount this weekend. It's Columbus Day weekend, so we have a 3-day weekend. However, I just started a new game development project with my group mates. We gotta get that done first, because the first one was kind of difficult. We had a bad teammate who didn't really contribute too much, so I'm trying to make my grade up. The one weird thing that happened that I noticed is that Metronic's Bunker, which used to be easier than Lingering Darkness, is actually hard now, because I think what Nexon did was they actually balanced the 4 dungeons to be of equal difficulty. Back then, Metronic's Bunker was the easiest one, and it would take half the time that it would take to do Lingering Darkness. However, Tronic's Bunker does have special terrain interactions, such as you get to get like electric cans and you can throw them at the robots to electrocute them and short circuit them to do a lot of damage and paralyze them. Whereas like dealing with Kavan, it takes a lot more time, not only to take him out because there's no way to do that and he moves around a lot, but also because you have to deal with the stumpies. Although you can bypass a lot of them. At first, I never even thought about it. I thought like, let's just take out every stumpy because I thought at the end it would contribute more to the experience, but I don't think each individual mob gives you experience. It's just completing the PQ. So that was a mistake. We could have gotten a lot more done out of that. I'm kind of just waiting for Runeblader because as much as I am enjoying Assassin right now, I think Runeblader is just going to be much more exciting to play, and I think a lot of people will be excited to play him. I already found a perfect username for him. I got the IGN Glaive. And if you guys don't know what glaive is, it's a weapon of choice, usually a sword or some kind of blade like a polearm or whatnot, for royalty. So it's like a king's glaive or queen's glaive, stuff like that. But I think it's cool, that's just me. I think it's gonna be a really cool adventure. I'm gonna be live streaming my power leveling my Runeblader. Of course, I can't do that all in one day unless they give a 2x event, because getting to level 50 just by questline alone will give or take about 5 or 6 hours minimum, unless I find like a much faster way to do it. And for the most part, my Assassin is purely meant to build up a means of collecting more income as well as getting better gear for my Runeblader when it comes out, because I think I'm going to be more settled on my Runeblader. I like Assassin, it scales well, it's weak early on but it does a lot of damage later on, but I think I'd be better off playing a melee class, because you guys know me, I like classes that are all up in your face instead of just like playing far back. Also, a tip for all you head starters who are trying to figure out how to make Meso: if you go into your daily missions, which is the second icon from the left I believe, yeah, it's the second icon from the left, and click your daily missions, there is a tab called Get Rich, and it basically involves you traveling around the areas of the Maple World, and you have to attack enemies using terrain, which is, I would say it takes about like 5 minutes to get all 3 of them done, and you can get about a couple 100k per day. And there are a few other ways that you can make Meso, of course, like just by farming as much dungeons as you can and selling the drops. The drops are still pretty good now. By now they have probably deflated in price a little bit because of the quantity and the volume of them coming in. However, people are going really crazy on trying to buy them. I don't know why people are buying so many, if maybe you use it for an extraction or maybe fusion, which I'll have to figure out later. I will be making a beginner's guide for you guys for the Head Start update, or for the people who are joining in MapleStory 2 on October 10th. So you can look forward to that. But in actuality, for how I've been doing so far in the game, I haven't been progressing too much since the first 2 days, just because I've been dealing with real life stuff. Just sort of not feeling too motivated. But I'll get back into it, because it's the weekend, 3-day weekend, gonna be super excited. I might stream a little bit, hope you look forward to that. But for now, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.